Have you ever wondered how two kids from the same city, maybe just a few streets apart, can end up with completely different shots at life? Well, that's the big question we're going to tackle today. We're diving into the whole idea of systemic racism, and we'll break it all down with a story that, honestly, makes it super clear. So let's start right there with that question. How does this actually happen? How can two kids living so close you could walk it have such different paths laid out for them from day one? It seems like a puzzle, right? But the answer isn't really about their individual choices. It's about the system they're born into. All right, to really wrap our heads around this, let's follow the story of two kids. We'll call them Jamal and Kevin. We're gonna see how the system shapes their lives from the very beginning all the way to when they're trying to start their careers. The story really makes it all feel, well, real. Okay, so this is where it all begins. Just look at this. Jamal lives in a poor neighborhood. His school is underfunded and the classes are overcrowded. And why is that? Well, in a lot of places, schools are funded by local property taxes. Now, just a few blocks away, you've got Kevin. His neighborhood is much wealthier, so guess what? His school is well funded with small classes and all the resources a kid could ask for. It's the same city, but from the get-go, they're living in two totally different worlds. So you're probably thinking, how did their neighborhoods get so different in the first place? Was it just random luck? Nope, not at all. To really get why Jamal's and Kevin's worlds are so divided, we gotta hit rewind and look at some actual policies from the past that drew these lines. And here's a really big one. It's a practice called redlining. For decades, the government and banks would literally take a map and draw red lines around minority neighborhoods. If you lived inside one of those red lines, trying to get a loan for a house or to start a business, forget about it. It was like they were intentionally choking off the investment and opportunity in those communities. So how does that one policy play out over time? Well, let's look at Jamal's and Kevin's grandparents. When Jamal's grandparents tried to buy a home to build a future, they were denied a loan, flat out because of redlining. But Kevin's grandparents, they got a low-interest loan no problem. They bought a house, and that house became the foundation of their family's wealth they could pass down. Jamal's family was completely locked out of that American dream. And the ripple effects of that? Oh, they are still with us today, and they are massive. That single policy helped create a huge wealth gap that's only gotten wider over the years. It's like a giant chasm separating families, just like Jamal's and Kevin's. And if you want to see it in numbers, here you go. And it's pretty staggering. For every $100 of wealth that an average white family has, an average black family has just over $5, $5.04. And this isn't about income or how hard you work. This is about wealth, the stuff that gets built up and passed down over generations. And that's exactly what redlining targeted. But redlining was a law you could point to. The system is still at work today, but in ways that are, well, a lot more subtle, harder to see. It's like an invisible barrier that just keeps things unequal. We're talking about something called implicit bias. This is the unconscious stuff. The stereotypes and assumptions we all absorb from the world around us without even realizing it. Most people would say, I'm not prejudiced, but these hidden biases can still sneak in and influence our actions and decisions without us even knowing. So let's jump back to our story. Jamal, against all the odds stacked against him, he works his tail off. He gets into the same university as Kevin. And get this, they both graduate with the exact same GPA. So now they're finally on a level playing field, right? Well, let's see what happens. They're both out there pounding the pavement looking for a job. They send out their resumes and they are identical. I mean, word for word. Same university, same grades, same experience, same everything. Except for one tiny detail. The name at the top of the page. One sounds white and one sounds black. So what do you think happened? Studies on this are just shocking. The resumes with the black-sounding names were 50% less likely to get a call back for an interview. 50%. That's that implicit bias at work. It's this huge hurdle that pops up before you even get a chance to walk in the door and show what you can do. And look, this isn't just about Jamal and Kevin or about getting one job. This kind of disparity, it shows up everywhere. When you zoom out and look at the big picture, you start to see a clear pattern. It's a system, and the numbers, well, the numbers don't lie. Let's take the justice system.
Did you know that black and white people use marijuana at almost the exact same rate? But look at this. Black people are nearly 4 times more likely to be arrested for it. It's the same action, but a completely different consequence.
And it gets even more stark. Overall, black people are incarcerated at nearly 6 times the rate of white people. Just let that sink in. Think about what that does to families, to whole communities. The impact is devastating. This stuff even creeps into everyday things, like trying to buy a car. Studies have actually shown that, on average, black customers get charged about $700 more than white customers for the exact same car. That's real money coming out of your pocket because of these hidden biases. And honestly, the list just goes on and on. If you're black, you're twice as likely to get pulled over while driving. When you're trying to buy a home, real estate agents show you almost 18% fewer houses. Even at the doctor's office, studies show you're less likely to be told about important medical procedures. It's like fighting a constant uphill battle in every part of life. Okay, so after all that, what do we do? It can feel like this huge, overwhelming problem. And you know what? It is. This isn't about pointing fingers at one bad person or one bad law. It's about the whole system. But that doesn't mean we're powerless. So what's the path forward?
It really boils down to 2 things. First, on a personal level, we have to acknowledge that these implicit biases are real, and we need to become more aware of our own. We all have them. But the real, lasting change comes from step 2, supporting bigger, systemic changes that actually create a level playing field for everyone.
Let's circle all the way back to Jamal and Kevin and their schools. Remember that? What if we changed the system for how we fund schools? What if a school's budget wasn't based on the value of the houses in the neighborhood? That would mean that kids like Jamal could get the same resources as kids like Kevin. That is a systemic solution. And at the end of the day, that's really the core takeaway here. You can't fix a systemic problem with just individual good intentions. It takes systemic solutions. It takes all of us understanding how this works to start pushing to change the system itself. And now that you see it, you can be part of that